I think this is my favorite question. All right, so you took a test. Maybe you had a celebration ritual for after each test. Maybe you had a giant blowout when you passed all six of them. Tyler, I'm gonna ask you here. Tell me about your celebration approach and ritual.
So I think my celebration from exam to exam was just knowing A, it was submitting my reimbursement, so I was going to get paid back for the exam fee from my firm, so that was nice. And B, typically I just tried to schedule the next exam right away because, for me, passing the exam was great, getting to the next exam is great, but the whole prize here is getting through all the exams. So I tried not during the process, I tried not to get bogged down and just tried to use that momentum. I just passed an exam. I'm going to go straight home. I'm going to file my reimbursement so I get my money back, and I'm going to schedule the next exam, and I'm going to move forward. Um, I did fail one exam, so that was an interesting process for me. I think it just kind of gave me a nice little wake-up call for how I was preparing. I didn't prepare well enough. So after I failed and I kind of hit that bump in the momentum, I did take a small break to just
Hmm.
let my mind just kind of set my mind free, get my head off of it. I've been deep in the books for a period of time. So when I failed an exam, I did use that as a way to take a breath when I needed it. Otherwise, at the end of the process, I mostly just celebrated internally and with my immediate family. Otherwise, in the firm, I've probably got 80 people that are licensed around me. It was pretty anticlimactic at the office. So just the end of the celebration was really it was just very emotional for me as a person and just kind of internally, but not a lot of celebrating outside of that or big blowouts or anything.
Okay, fair enough. Kelly, how about you?
Oh yeah, I think it's absolutely worth a celebration when you pass one of them. It feels good, you know. You guys should have like a little. I was talking to one of my friends about it who went through the licensing process, and everybody's different, but they're like, there's like a ritual or something. But for
Uh-huh.
me, it's just a pretty simple ritual. Just hang out with people that I love and have a cocktail.
Hmm.
And I think if you get through PPD or PDD, you're kind of entitled to two cocktails. And even if you fail, that's a similar strategy, then you could probably use a cocktail as well. So that was my celebration. And I called my mom because she's always excited for me. And then I put the books down honestly for a couple days after. Like you definitely want to keep that momentum going. Like to get through the entire thing, it took me years. I started around July of last year.
Hmm.
And like I said, I wasn't kind of trying to condense it into this. I just knew that I couldn't with all the different obligations into 6 months. I was like, let's be reasonable about it. And so, it just depends on how much you want to push it, but definitely the cocktail strategy, I think, is a good one.
I like it. Cocktail strategy.
The cocktail
Michael, how about
strategy.
you?
Oh yeah, this is the best part. Um, I remember after the first one, I had no idea what these things were going to be like, if they were going to be terrible, if I was going to pass. And then I was so relieved to pass the first one, uh, but also so stressed out. I just got myself like a huge milkshake and drank it in the park for like 2 hours. So
That's awesome.
that was great. But the other ones, a little bit less in the middle, maybe some nice wine, and then I had a big blowout for the last one for sure.
What'd you do? Tell me what you did. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was made it my goal to like finish before my 30th birthday here, so then I
Oh,
finished
nice.
right before, and then went out to like a lake house with a bunch of friends and enjoyed the weather and had a big party all weekend. So kind of celebrated both at once.
That's awesome.
That's a good way to do
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Very cool.
it.
Awesome. I always love this one.